Hello everybody, this is just Roblox back in another video, and today we are playing my game. This is a game actually that I created. As you can see, you spawn in first, and there's sort of like these tutorial menus, how to play, and you have to read them all to know how to play. Just a little heads up about my game. My game is only for PC, but I have it set so that people who are on tablet, phone, Xbox, and PlayStation can play as well, just in case you want your friends to play. But there is indeed a warning right here that says this game was made only for PC, but some friends of mine wanted to play, so I made it so everything can play. So first when you spawn in, you'll spawn on these glowing pads. That's just a glitch. They're not supposed to be glowing. Um, and you can see the version of the game up there, V0.11. Um, and you see these arrows on the ground, you follow the arrows, you read the tutorial. I already know how to play, so I'll take you right in. You can see my company logo, PS. You can sort of see a little bit about the game with this sliding menu whenever it slides. Whack, whack. Maybe it just never, there it goes. Anyhow, and then here you can see a server timer. I've been in the server for 1 minute and 52 um, seconds, and you can see here's helper bot. If you have any questions, you can talk to the helper bot. You can see that it speaks there, and on the left side of your screen is the help menu, and on the left side of your screen in the game is your stamina. So if I want to run, there's that. If you sit still, you recover. If you walk, you recover. There's your health, your food, your water. You can see here is pick your team. There's the black ants team, the human team, and the orange ant team. I originally created this game as an ant war battling game. The point of this game is to battle and build a little base. That's the only point of the game. Some people who played the game with me during the early tests, they were named Tin Pot, Friend Guy. Literally, the guy's name was Friend X, and some other dude. There were three of them. Somehow they figured out how to glitch the game to be a human, so I added a human team. But we're gonna go ahead and be the Orange Ant team, so you can see what the game looks like. When you pick a team, you run into one of these doors, and then you spawn into a spawn room like this with everything removed. Your face will be removed, your hair will be removed, and some of your armor and stuff will be removed. That's because after you move around a little bit, you turn into an ant like that, and if your face wasn't removed, then your face would appear on the ant and you would look really, really funny. And so next, you can change your team here with these team changers. Yellow is orange ants, black is the black ants, and green is the humans. But this needs some work. I'm going to add it so you can go back to spawn. Currently, you can't do that without leaving and rejoining. Um, this is a game I made, actually, so I made this whole entire game. I made it with a mixture of my own models and free models. So this ant model I didn't make, it's just like a free model they made either in Blender or they might have made it in Roblox Studio, and it was a free giveaway model. I made the spawn rooms, I used some free code, and I did some coding to make all these little menus and stuff work. And so now we'll go into the game. So you can see now I'm in the game, and how you get to the game is you go through the go to map teleporter. And see here's byte. It doesn't seem like anything happens when you select byte, but it does actually. So if there were, say, an enemy in front of you and you click on the byte tool and you start clicking byte, they would start to be injured. Here is dig. You could see 0 soil in my inventory, and I can dig. It pauses for a few seconds like that. Um, and I did that on purpose so you couldn't just like spam dig. As you can see, I'm clicking super, super fast, but I'm only digging one at a time. I did that so people couldn't like dig the whole entire world away instantaneously. And you click on a computer E to add dirt. And as you see, I reprogrammed it so when you add dirt, it looks more like a sand, so you can actually make your ant colony look like an ant colony. And so there's a few different types of food in the game. I'm going to pause and blow my nose. Sound check. Okay, so I am back. And so there's a few different types of food in the game. There's big grass, like these. Everything is edible for the most part. Boom. As you'd seen, you gotta wait a few seconds. It's a little laggy. And there you go, you can see it loaded. And there is small grass, and you can click on small grass to pick it up, and you can see my ant has picked it up. Now I can walk along and carry this food, and all you do to drop the food is you click on it, and you drop it, like that, and you can bump into it and eat it. Boom. And how you drink water is you walk into one of these water puddles. Sadly, there isn't an item in the game for you to pick up to get water. I'm working on trying to create something like that, but this is still pretty cool, just how it is. And the point of this game that I created is to be like a battling game where you dig and make bases and fight with each other. I'll take you around the map. So I made the map. These grass models were just a free grass model. These, you could clearly tell, these are free Roblox bushes that I used to make the bush. You can click and you can actually carry the bush. Doesn't like collide with the ground for clear reasons. And then you can eat it. Gorgeous. And the bushes, I'm pretty sure, give you more food than grass does. Grass gives you like 1 food. Bushes give you like 5. And big grass gives you like 10 or 20 or something. And then here's a little tube that you can run through. I'm almost out of stamina. And this little disc up here is like a mini-map. So if there was another player, you could see them. And ants in the ant world can sense stuff with their antennas, and that is where I got that idea from. This is also a free model, and something to tell you guys about my game is when I'm done developing and making this Roblox game, a lot of this game was made using free models and free code. So when I'm done making this game, I am actually going to give all the code and all the models away again, because I'm so thankful that the Roblox developers where I got all the code and models from gave away the code and models for free the first time around. So when I'm done getting this game to its official finished point, I'm going to make the whole entire game uncopy locked so you can copy the game and play around with it. Before I continue on with the tour of this game, I'm going to pause. Someone has just called me. Okay, I am back, and so basically the point of this game is to be an ant war. My game is called Ant Wars. I created a game just like this, guys, back in 2018 that was very popular. It had 500 players active with 25 to 35 player servers per server, so each server had 35 people in it. It was a very successful creation, so I created a new game. And so the point of this game is you can either explore, build a little base like this. I'll go ahead and show you guys that. And remember, guys, this game is a PC only game, but like if you have a friend who plays on a tablet, they can play with you, but some features of this game just will not work for the people on tablet. Like, for example, digging will work for people on tablet and Xbox, but building won't, because in order to build, you have to click E like this. I'm clicking E to place. So people on tablet and Xbox just won't be able to do that. But I purposefully made it so more people could play the game. So if you have friends who play on Xbox or tablet, they could come play with you. There it goes. Just gathering up some food. And this is my game, so I created this game. I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video to this game so you guys can come check out my game and start playing right away. I made sure to follow Roblox's most recent updated TOS and Roblox policies, so my game does have a rating. My game is rated like 5+. This game doesn't have any gore, nothing scary is gonna happen in Ant Wars, you know what I mean? The worst thing you're gonna have is two ants fight with each other with the bite tool, which, by the way, just to update you guys, is a invisible sword. I didn't even take the time to program a bite tool. I just made it an invisible sword. So I'm going to go over here and take in some water. And in order to get water, you have to jump up and down in the water. Sometimes, like what I said before, it's a little laggy. I'm always tempted to sprint everywhere I go. But that just wastes my stamina. I don't know why I do it. But as you can see, I've created a nice little base for myself. And you can go up and down like that. And you can bring the food to your base. Let's head over to that. I was going to add a crafting system to this game. So that, like, for example, by water puddles, an item called a water bubble would spawn. So you could pick it up and you could, like, craft other types of water and stuff with it. So that you could have a carryable item that's water, like how there's carryable grass. But the crafting system I was using, once again a free model, had an issue, a flaw, where if you crafted something, it would weld to your character, so you couldn't drop it. So I have to figure out how to overcome that glitch in my game. Some interesting stuff coming to this game over maybe the next 5 or 10 months, because I'm not currently working on this game. Is I'm going to add different types of ants. Right now you can only be this ant, and I'm also going to add flying ants and spiders. So you'll be able to, there'll be like a flying ant that you can become on each team. And I don't know if I'm going to do a GUI. What a GUI is one of these little menus right here. And that's like a GUI, or this is like a GUI. And I don't know if I'm going to make like a brick that when you become the flying ant, you bump into this brick and it gives you like a GUI that basically makes you into a helicopter, sort of, like how airplane simulators on Roblox used to work. Or if I'm going to make it so when you spawn as the flying ant, if you have a flying tool that makes you fly, and that changes sort of the properties of your ant. And that allows you to fly and use a tool, because there's really no point in flying if you can't fly and, like, bite, or if you can't fly and pick something up. You know what I mean? So even if it's something that I rig up, it still has to, like, work really good. So now I'm going to eat some food here. Once again, you gotta wait for it to load, and you can see that this smaller food really doesn't do a lot. I really probably should improve that as well. But I'm sticking with what I can remember. I wanted to add different types of ants per team, maybe a spider ant team, add flying, and add some different items to the game. People had told me that I should add different digging speeds, but just building is sort of glitchy. There's not a roof on the map. The reason I'm telling you is because you're gonna figure it out. Trust me. Like, if you play this game and you're actually interested in this game that I've created, and you're the sort of person who likes PvP, and say that there's a lot of people in the server, you brought your friends with you to PvP with them, you're gonna figure out that there's not a roof on the map, and you're gonna build a spire into the heavens. And I gotta fix that bug. I gotta put a building limit, or like an invisible beam across the sky that kills your player, so you can't, like, pillar out of the map. I'll probably do that sometime in the next month or so. But this is the game, right? So this is my ant game. It's called Ant Wars on Roblox. Remember, guys, I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video to this game, so you guys can just click on that link and start playing right away. This game is not pay to play, so you don't have to pay to access it. It's free. You can build a little ant base, as you'd see. I was able to dig down and build a base. You can also build with the build tool, so as you dig, you get soil. And then you can place, and remember that this game is designed for PC, so how you place dirt down is you click E, how you dig is you click. Someone who's on a tablet or Xbox or phone will be able to click and dig, they just won't be able to build until that error is fixed. And the bite tool can be used by all systems, PC, phone, tablet, Xbox, PlayStation. The bite tool, like what I said earlier, is just an invisible sword that you can't see. And these menus over here work on all platforms so far as I'm aware, but if there is a bug with these menus, please tell me in the comments on this video, and I'll try and fix it. But you gotta remember, I'm using a lot of free code to even make this game possible, so I might have to ask one of my programming friends to help me rework this menu. Thank you guys for watching this video. Remember, this is the game I created. It's called Ant Wars. The point of this game is to sort of RP as an ant, build a colony, PvP with your friends and other players, and just have fun. Check out my game from the link in the description of this video, and I look forward to seeing you guys in one of my next videos.